Alright, today's January 6th, and the snow still got us all hunkered in. I'm going to try to make it out into the apartment complex a little bit and show what it's looking like. We stayed pretty lucky last night. We had all of our power, and probably around 1:30 or so I was talking to my buddy Theron on Facebook, and then we lost our phone lines and our cable line, but we never lost power, so that was a blessing. Theron, if you see this video, brother, that's what happened. I wasn't just trying to dog out on you, I just lost the connection, but everything looks so beautiful. There's a frost advisory out here. It's like -30 or something, and they're telling us not to keep our skin exposed out here too much. So I'm not going to go too far into it. It's going to kind of give you an idea of how much snow and how many cars are blocked in. It is cold. Hell, I can just see my fingers turning red just sticking them out right now. But let's walk around, head back towards the house. It's too cold to be out here playing. This is just a little something. Got some guys down there. Yeah, it's definitely a chilly one out here. I think the grand totals that they said here in Indianapolis around the area we lived was 12 inches. So they've obviously done a little plowing in here, but yeah, this poor guy couldn't even get into his parking spot. Everybody out here cleaning, so let's see if I can't make my way back through a little trail here somewhere. Let's see where I can go to get back in. This is ridiculous cold. But yeah, it's a winter wonderland. Hey, we'll come in here and make something. It's way too cold, and yesterday I didn't manage to do nothing but just look at the snow. I know it's here now, so I'm gonna do something today. Alright, we'll be back. Hello everybody, back in here from away from the cold and trying to video the snow. We're trying to quit thinking about the snow, and I have no internet access, I had no cable, no phone, no nothing, so let's get back to what normal people would do. Make some bobbers out of old corks from champagne bottles. You guys are probably thinking, what in the hell is he doing? But you know, I'm just sitting here messing around with little stuff that I have laying around the house. In the holidays, with the holidays being here, we've had a few champagne tops here, and I've had them kind of drying out for a while, and I saved them, and Angie was making fun of me for why would I save them, and I said, well, I'm gonna make something out of them. And then after a good 30 seconds of trying to think of something to ration, not throwing them away, I come up with fishing floats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shish kebab skewers, just like you would get at the store, and I'm going to take my pocket knife, and I'm going to kind of, well, I can show you. I guess that's the whole part of doing these videos. Basically what I'm going to do is hold my pocket knife, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm taking off little slivers of this shish kebab skewer. And the reason being is this bamboo, when they make these skewers, they put some kind of little wax coating on them or something, and basically what I'm trying to do is get, you know, a good layer of that wax coating off of this. That way when I seal this thing with just some regular tung oil finish, it'll be able to soak into it a little bit, and that wax won't prohibit it from soaking up some of the sealer. That way this bamboo doesn't spread out and get brittle over time. So basically all I've done is cleaned off some wax, and I've cut down a piece, just a little stick, and inevitably it's the easiest thing ever. I'm keeping these as simple as possible. I'm just basically going to drill a hole through the cork, glue one of these center posts in, and then for the eyelet on the bottom of this, I'm going to make this a slip bobber to where the line's going to run through, and you can put 2 little plastic beads on here with the line, the little string that you wrap around the line to adjust how the depth of your line will go. And with that, I'm just using a regular old paper clip, and I've cut a little section out and just bent myself almost like a little U-pen. And what I'm going to do is on this stick, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to score 2 little grooves down it. That way I can slide this up on it, and these will rest in some little grooves. And then I'm going to take my fly tying line and I'm going to put a nice wrap around this to make sure this doesn't go anywhere. And then when I put the tung oil on it, that should seal the stitches. And then I'll slide the cork wine top or champagne top on here, let that dry, and then I'll just seal it up with some tung oil, and we have a makeshift bobber, and I get 3 of them for free as long as I make them. So give me a few minutes and I'm going to get a little bit more of this going and we'll video it. Alright, so getting started for my little grooves. I guess there's no exact way to do this. Like I showed you earlier, I just made the little loop out of the piece of paper clip and turned it with just a little pair of needle nose pliers until I made something that looked like this. But I'm just going to lay that down, and I'm going to take the shish kebab skewer and lay it down on there to where I know I want the bottom of the skewer to meet with the eyelet for my bead and everything. And I'm just going to take a little marker and put a mark. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in. I put a little mark on there, and then all I'm going to do from there is just take that and make a straight line down through there. Well, somewhat straight. You get the gist. I'm trying to do this kind of cattywampus. The camera's in between my arms, but get you a little line going down through there like that. And then I'm going to do one on the opposite side, since there's the thing's bending up and over it. And we get that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pocket knife and I'm going to start chiseling out a little groove through there, you know, however I can. I'm probably not going to do much of this on, well, I wonder if I can. Just kind of take it easy and be real careful, you know. If you guys know how sharp your knives are, so you don't want to have a mistake. But I just pull it down through there and score myself a little line. And the thing about this bamboo is it's going to split out into little like toothpicks almost. They're going to start sliding out of that. So let me take my time and not worry about this. You get the gist of it. I'm going to make 2 little grooves in there with my pocket knife. I don't want to get cut trying to make this video, but I'm going to put those in there, and then we'll be back here in a second. So I've got the little grooves now kind of in there, and you know, they don't have to be super duper perfect. I did find once I scored the little line, it was easier for me just to take the tip of my knife and scratch along the little run just a little bit as it goes, and you can see it just curls little pieces of those fibers out, and it gives you a nice clean little run there and through there. So just getting that cleaned up a little bit, and it ain't got to be perfect. It's just a little freebie. Got 2 little things there. So now what's going to happen is when you take this and you slide it up and over that. Let me get that without trying to split this open. Now I got a little spot that the wire can kind of smash down into, and as you can see, it's split just a little bit down there. So since this is the first time I've done this, I'm going to cut that off and redo it. So you get the gist. here's what I'm doing, making little grooves in it. Alright, fresh new piece, got some more little grooves made into it, and I got my little thread that I'm going to be putting around this. Let me get this lined up here, and smash that down in there. But essentially all I'm going to be doing is lacing this down on there to where it stays real good. So I'm going to use this fly tying thread that I have, and I'm just going to kind of start. Oh, dang. One thing about this thread is it's real thin. Damn, sorry about this part of the video. This is just real life video, so I gotta be easy on how tight I how hard I pull on this stuff here. Alright, back again. Let's try not to bust this string again, but it's gonna kind of go around it to where I know I'm drawing that wire down through in there. If you have a regular thread, that's probably going to be your best bet to do something like this with. The fly tying thread that I'm using is very, very thin, so it'll break easy if you're not careful. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this thread all the way around to the bottom, and then back up over itself, and then tie it off, and then we'll be going on to our next process. Alright, so I finally got the end piece put on here, and just got it all tied up with the string. I did leave a little bit of the bamboo skewer exposed on the bottom. That way when I use the tung oil on it, it will have something to soak into in the bottom and not just the threads. I don't know if tung oil's the best thing to seal this up. Some kind of polyurethane would probably be better, but tung oil's what I got. I'm probably not going to make a whole bunch of these. I'll probably wait on some of your feedback. I don't know if tung oil sitting in water over long periods of time is going to make it mess up or anything, but I don't feel like it would that much. So I'm still going to take my pocket knife, and like I was talking about earlier, I'm going to kind of trim a little bit more of this down and just kind of clean it up and get any of the little like fibrous pieces to kind of sanding them out with this and all that good stuff. Hope this makes sense. This is the first time doing any little thing like this, but there's that. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is drill a hole through this, put that on there and glue it, and then I'm going to seal everything with tung oil, and it's a finished bobber. So stick with me, we'll be back. Alright, now we got the hole drilled through the center of the cork, got that on there, and I didn't have my drill press set up ideally for drilling through dead center of this, so it's a little bit off center just because of how it drilled through, but I made a couple little wedges out of pieces of the skewer here. So what I'm going to do is, once I put the glue on the stick and put this in there, I'm going to take these little shims and line everything up with the center to get it straight, and then I'm going to hang it upside down off of a string and put some tung oil on it and seal it up real good, and there's a free fishing float. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. It's just something I'm goofing off with today. I know you guys are probably going to holler about using the tung oil on this to seal it, but like I said, that's just what I had here at the house, and I know polyurethane or something like that would work better, but somehow my little string came untied here. But I'm gonna get this thing sealed up and all that stuff, and that'll be that. But as always, love you guys, and do something fun today.